The next web tool that I'll be taking you through is actually a resource for keyboarding that I found through one of my articulation courses through Winona State that I was required to complete. In this PDF, it is an outline of different things that will be incorporated into a keyboarding classroom. And in others PDFs that I have, there are different age ranges and different things such as that go into keyboarding and education of the keyboarding. So just to start out with, we can see here that this is the Keys to Keyboarding by Lori Jackson, and she talks about some keyboarding basics. She talks about a tectorial, and in the keyboarding basics we outline what posture is proper for keyboarding. You can see that we need to sit up straight and need to make sure that the students have their feet resting and pointed forward on the floor. They need to curve their fingers, and we need to tell, especially at the younger ages, that their fingers should be like cat claws. And that really imagery obviously helps the younger students visualize that form. And again, keep the wrists straight. If we go to the next page, we can talk about positioning of the fingers. The fingers should rest on what is called home row. So the left hand will be on A, S, D, F, working our way from the pinky over to the index finger. And again, on the right hand, we'll start with the semicolon key, go over to L, K, and J, which should be where our index finger is on. And then it says that both thumbs will rest on the space bar, and we could go through more of this if we wanted to, but again, this is just a basic outline of some of the posture and positioning. Next, this gives a few different options for software for teaching keyboarding. I have many others that I will need to look through and decide on depending on what students and what age range I get assigned to. And then if we go to the third page, it is what we call the STAR system of assessment. And STAR stands for speed, technique, accuracy, and respect. So basically, it means how fast a student types their words, the techniques they are displaying. Are they having good posture? Are they keeping their hands at the proper position? Accuracy is, do they make many mistakes when they're keyboarding? And then finally, respect is that students are not allowed to cheat. So make sure as a teacher that we are occasionally checking to make sure that they are doing everything they're told and not cheating. And then it goes into some keyboarding tips for K through 1 students. And if we go to the fourth page, again it's some more general tips. Limiting the classroom keyboarding sessions to 20 to 30 minutes, because any longer than that and your hands get tired and the students will become off task. So really, keyboarding isn't great for a 50-minute or 90-minute block schedule, but you can get through at least one lesson in that time, and then you'll have to move on to something else which it would incorporate some sort of technology or business teaching. Here ends my tutorial of the PDF that I'll be using to help me facilitate some of my keyboarding classes